everybody, it's Lindsay, and today I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on the Kiehl's skincare line. Now, this video is not sponsored. I actually purchased all of these products with my own money. I have just always been curious about the Kiehl's line. You just hear a couple products that people always talk about here on YouTube, and I wanted to try out more because there's actually a lot more than I realized that there was. They just have a huge range. Now, all these products that I'm going to be talking about today aren't the entire line. I have quite a handful, and I wanted to give you guys my thoughts in case you're interested in trying more or you're planning on purchasing it. Hopefully this video helps you guys. So a little bit about the company, because I always think that's a little interesting. So it started off in the 1850s where it was an apothecary. Eventually got purchased by a pharmacist, which later down the line they came out with skincare products. They really try to make it their slogan of try before you buy, which is just like a customer service technique used today that's amazing, and it's always so much better when you try before you buy, especially when it comes to super expensive like skincare or makeup products. They also were one of the first companies to list their ingredients on their products, which is amazing. Like, I didn't even realize Kiehl's really focused on that, and they really wanted their customers to make wise purchasing decisions. So the price range for Kiehl's, I would say, is kind of like mid-level to higher end. It's not as high up there as like La Mer, which is like between $80 to $200 for their skincare stuff. It's definitely more than like the drugstore brands. I'm gonna start off with talking about the body care products. So I have 4 items to show you guys. The first product I'm going to show you is the Kiehl's Bath and Shower Liquid Body Cleanser in the grapefruit set. It's 16.9 ounces and it's about $20. It's actually almost all gone, but I will say that this is a product that I like the least out of all these products. Actually, I don't really like this at all. This does smell like grapefruit. It's really nice for the spring and summertime, but this product dried out my skin so much. I don't think I'm gonna be repurchasing it. It does say on here that it's supposed to keep your skin, like, maintain its moisture. It just kind of wasn't the case for me. I felt like when I got out of the shower, my skin was always just left kind of dry and itchy, which is a terrible feeling. I really hate the feeling of having dry, itchy skin. Second product that I have is the Kiehl's Deluxe Hand and Body Lotion with aloe vera and oatmeal in the lavender scent. This is 8.4 fluid ounces, and this is about $22. This is one that I don't think I care for as much. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it enough to purchase it again, especially since it's about $22 for 8.4 fluid ounces. I feel like I just kind of went through this pretty fast, and there have been drugstore lotions that work better for me, so I think later on I will probably just repurchase that again. This one smells heavily like lavender, and I will say that the formula isn't bad. It's not super greasy like some lotions are. It actually kind of like sinks in your skin, but in combo with the grapefruit body wash, it just did not really help hydrate my skin enough, and it was a terrible combo on my end to purchase like grapefruit shower gel and then like lavender lotion. I think this one is supposed to be of a more calming lotion to use at night if you're showering at night. Yeah, I think that this is just a more standard body lotion. It wasn't really phenomenal in my eyes. I don't know if I'm gonna repurchase this one specifically. Formula wasn't really super greasy. It was a little bit more thin. It wasn't like a thick hydrating lotion that you kind of have to like buff into your skin, which is nice. That is a little bit thinner. I think that this works more for like the warmer months. I don't think that this is one that would be great for like really cold winter months, like Chicago winter, where it's just very bitter and freezing. but I think that this would be fine in the summertime. This product I don't think I'm going to repurchase. It's not really my favorite. Next product I actually do love. I started off with the two that I don't really like as much, but this one I do really love, and it is the Kiehl Deep Cleansing Foaming Face Wash. This was about $30 for the 7.8 fluid ounces, and I think it's about $46 for the bigger size. I do think that this is a really nice face wash. It does clean your skin really well, it doesn't break you out, and it doesn't dry out your skin, which is a really big deal for me. Those are like the three that I always look for when it comes to face washes. I tend to use this more in the morning, and compared to other higher end face washes, I think that this one is probably the best that I've tried. I haven't really tried a lot of higher end face washes, but I definitely have spent more like $20 to $30 on a face wash, which is kind of expensive for me. I think this one is probably my favorite. Now with the packaging, I will say that the top broke, like the pump broke for me, and I don't know how it broke. I honestly don't remember it dropping, and it just didn't work anymore. I felt like I just went into the shower one day and it just wasn't working, and I can't seem to fix it, so that's kind of annoying. I always have to just kind of like unscrew it and use it from there. It's not a huge deal. That's something I noticed with the packaging. I really like this, and this is something that I definitely will repurchase. Now I will say for this that this isn't incredibly life-changing. I do love it enough that I will probably want to repurchase it in the future. I don't think it's one that you need to go out and get right away. The next product I'm going to be talking about is the Butter Stick Lip Treatment with sunscreen SPF 30, and this was about $22. And I really love this lip treatment. Now I will say, again, I don't think it's really one that you need to go out like right away to purchase. I do think that this is kind of like a nice luxury product to have, but it does work really, really well. It's very buttery, very creamy. It does kind of smell like cocoa butter. It has coconut oil and lemon butter. It does kind of smell a little bit like cocoa butter. If you don't really like that scent, I'm not a huge fan of cocoa butter, but this one is actually not too bad for me. It's very, like I said, creamy, very hydrating. I like that it has SPF, and I have tried so many high-end lip butters or lip chapsticks, and I just don't like them. Like, I think my favorite would have to be Vaseline, and that is just so much cheaper compared to the higher end. But I think for a higher end lip product, this one is worth it, and I think that it is one of the better ones that I've tried. I do love that there is the sunscreen. I've tried the Fresh chapstick with SPF in it, and it's not really my favorite one. I felt like it was just very, very dry when applying it, and it didn't hydrate my lips as well. This one does a really good job at that. Alrighty, moving on to the face skincare, which I am excited to talk about. My overall thoughts really quickly before we dive into the products is that it makes my skin look really good. I'm really, really happy with how my skin looks. I think it looks the best that it has ever been in like my entire life. But the products individually, some work better than others, and some I'm not too crazy about. Together, I think it just works really, really well for me. I'm just gonna go through all the products that I have been using in my everyday skincare. I have been using this morning and night. I'm not really dividing the two. I know sometimes you use like a morning face cream and then an evening face cream. I'm just using these products morning and evening, and it has just been working. We're gonna start off with the Calendula Herbal Extract Toner, alcohol-free. This is a product that I do think that you should go out and try. This is about $35 for 8.4 fluid ounces, and for 16.9 fluid ounces, it's $62. So this is definitely one that is a little bit more pricey. I think this is the one that has made probably the biggest difference to my face out of all these skincare products. It helps soothe your skin, and I feel like it just kind of helped clear up my skin in a way and just make it look really good. I feel like this didn't break me out, this didn't dry. I feel like sometimes with toners it kind of makes your skin feel very dry. This is actually like my second bottle, and this is one that I just kind of want to keep using in the future, and I love this one so much. Next is the Iris Extract Activating Treatment Essence. This was about $45 for 6.8 fluid ounces. And I will say that this is one that I'm like not too sure if it's doing anything for my face. The consistency of it is kind of like gel-like. It's not super like sticky or jelly by any means, but it's a little bit thinner, but it does have a little thick gel consistency to it. It does hydrate my face, but I kind of prefer the essences that are a little bit more watery, and to be honest, I don't notice like a huge difference to my face with this product alone. I think compared to other higher end essences, this is on the more cheaper side, and it does keep my face a little bit more hydrated, but I don't think that this is like a holy grail product. I think for the future, I'm going to purchase a different essence and see how that works for my face. Maybe I'll go back to this because the products do work well for my face. So we'll see, but it's not really my favorite one. Next is the Hydro Plumping Retexturizing Serum Concentrate. This is about $59 for 1.7 fluid ounces, and then $78 for 2.5 ounces. This is the most expensive product, and I will say this one I'm not too crazy about. I didn't dislike it. Kind of the same with the essence. I don't really notice a huge difference to my face when I use this. My favorite serum would have to be the Caudalie Reno Perfect Radiant Serum, because I do think that one makes my face look a little bit brighter. This one is supposed to be the same thing, where it's supposed to reduce the look of like dull skin. My skin doesn't look as dull, but I don't think it brightens it as much as the Caudalie one does. That one to me is like my holy grail serum, but it is outrageously expensive. I think it's about like $70 for 1 ounce, whereas this is $59 for 1.7 ounces. I just felt like I didn't really see the biggest difference to my skin, so I don't really think it's one that you need to go out and purchase. Next product is the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Eye Cream, and this is 0.5 fluid ounces for $37. This isn't really a bad eye cream. I do like that it's in a squeezy tube. I think it just makes it so much easier applying. I don't like dipping your finger into a tub. I kind of like if it's just more in a squeezy tube. This one actually did make a difference to my face. I wouldn't say it made like the biggest difference to my under eyes. My under eyes are the ones that I'm, I guess, the most self-conscious about. I've always had kind of just like darker under eyes. This one kind of brightens it a little bit. That's always what I'm looking for, just brightening products. But I don't think this one is the best for me personally. I've tried the Chanel, what's it called, like the Hydro Luxe Eye Gel or something like that, and that works the best, but it is so expensive. So this one is a cheaper alternative to use that does work, but it's not as good. But this is definitely something that I would be okay with repurchasing again. The last product that I am going to be talking about is the Ultra Facial Cream. This is the 24-hour daily lightweight hydrating formula for healthy looking skin. This is about $50 for this 4.2 ounce tub. I really love this moisturizer. I don't even remember when I started using this, but I feel like I've been using this for such a long time, and I'm only like halfway through it. So it's one that will just last you for a really long time, but it just does such a good job at hydrating your face. It's not super thick where you kind of have to like buff it into your skin. It's not really greasy. It does not break you out. It just really gets the job done. And this is one that I do use. I think I said this before, but I do use this morning and the evening. I know like a lot of people, I did this too, where I would get like my morning face moisturizer and then I will get like use my evening cream. This one I think is just fine to use morning and night, and I just think it's absolutely worth it. I think it's cheaper. I was looking at some of the higher end moisturizers at Sephora, and I think some of them would be like $60 for like one or two fluid ounce moisturizers. This one is definitely more like get your bang for your buck, and I just think it works really well. So this is one that I'm definitely going to repurchase in the future. So overall thoughts on the brand is that I do really like it, and I do think that it is good quality. As you heard from me, there are some that I don't really think are worth getting, and there are some that I think you should go out and get it. But like I said before, all these products, even though there are some where I felt like I didn't know if it really worked for my skin, I think it did help the fact that it made my skin just look the best that, in my opinion, has ever been. Like I said before, I think that there are some products that I don't think are worth getting, and then there are some that I do think that you should absolutely go out and try it. Again, this is just my opinions. Everyone's different, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and found this very helpful if you want to go out and purchase, or you're thinking about purchasing Kiehl's. There are more products that I want to try in the future. I know that they have like shampoo and conditioner, and I'm very curious to try that out. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up or subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will talk to you all later. Bye everyone.